Hello and welcome along to Rambly Running, and this week I'm going to be doing something new. I'm going for a run. So it is quite some time since I last ventured out for a run. It's so long ago I can barely remember how to do it. It's surprising if I'm actually moving in the right direction. I think forwards is the way you go, is that right? I don't know, I can't remember. So how long is it since I've last been out for a run? Well, drum roll please. Thank you. It is 13 weeks. I know, that's 3 months in old money. It's a long time. Not the longest, I have to say, that I have not been running for. That's probably about 40 years. But we won't talk about that. That's before I started running, so it doesn't count. But this is definitely the longest period that I have not gone running for since I started running, if that makes any sense at all. I think it was probably about 6 weeks. I think maybe down to injury was the longest before, but 13 weeks I have set a new record, and I think it's safe to say that any fitness that I might have had is no longer there. It's, yeah, well, 8 months ago I ran a half marathon, and even if I say so myself, I found it very pleasant. I got all the way to the end and I thought, this is great, I could carry on. I think I'd have trouble really running to the end of my drive now, and it's not as if I live at Downton Abbey. It's quite a short drive. So yeah, so that's why I'm not actually vlogging while I'm running, because I think I will collapse if that happens. Instead, I'm going to waffle, which is very dull in YouTube terms, but that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to run. But what I thought I'd do actually is to run a bit like a kind of catch to 5k type of thing. What I thought I'd do is do a bit of kind of running and walking, and just really trying to take it easy. But I'm going to do that also in the shade, because today, checked before I came out, I've got a little sensor on the house, it's 23.4 degrees, so that's quite warm. There's a gentle breeze, which is quite pleasant. However, that's still a trifle on the warm side, and I'm British, so we don't do warm. So I'm going to kind of, yeah, you know, see how I go. So let's do a little bit of like that kind of easy running, and afterwards we may reflect on how I got myself into this pickle. Okay, so I've been going for 10 minutes. I had a 10-minute run in the end, which I'm quite pleased about, and I'm having a little breather for a couple of minutes. I mean, actually I've paused my run on my watch, so I'm not going to know how long I've been. Actually, I'm going to have a look at the time. Have a look at the time on my phone. Right, okay, I know what the time is on my phone, so I'm just going to give it. I don't want to be too kind of regimented in this. I'm just surprised that I managed to run any distance at all, to be honest with you. So it felt quite good, felt all right. Although within, was it 1 minute and 20 seconds or something, the little alarm went off to say that I was in heart zone 4, which isn't surprising. But so I slowed right down, because I think that's the key, isn't it? I've got to avoid injury, which is something that could very easily happen if I didn't warm up, and I had a very long walk before I started. And yeah, so I slowed right down at that point and thought, hello, easy tiger, and just really jogged really slowly. So yeah, I'm just going to walk for another minute or two, and then maybe I'll do another 5 or 10 minutes and see how that goes.
It's a limbo state of mind, low, high, a fine line, willing, free to take it back.
There we are. So, run complete, such as it is. So I did 10 minutes, and then I did about a 5-minute walk, and then I did another 10-minute run. And I'm putting the stats up on the screen. I don't really know why I'm doing it, because it wasn't that sort of run, to be honest with you, and it was one of the slowest I think I've ever done. And kilometre times are well over 8 minutes, but that's absolutely fine, because I needed to make sure that I was going to it would be stupid to go out and do something, just try and run like I was before I took this unexpected break. So should we talk about the unexpected break? Should we do that? Let's go this way, because otherwise the sun will be shining in the lens, and that doesn't work very well, does it? Let's walk this way. So okay, so It's been 13 weeks, as I said, but actually I was, if I'm being completely honest, I think that the whole kind of decline of my running started well before that. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you will know that there was all sorts of stuff going on, and I was going to go into a long explanation about that stuff, but frankly you'd have to put anything sharp at a safe distance if I did that. So I mean, what can I say? Where can I start? One of my dogs got really ill August 2022. She had acute kidney failure. That's nice. The next 4 months, they weren't a lot of fun, but she had some good days, and then she had also not very good days as well, and eventually lost her on the 22nd of December, sadly. But she lived to a ripe old age, so you know, every cloud. Yeah, so I had some work stuff. One of my longest clients, they've got some problems, and so they're not putting as much work my way, and I was kind of, that was helpful to kind of keep me ticking over when other jobs got quiet, so that's not good. Then my mum got ill around Christmas, which was, again, wasn't good, and she sort of deteriorated from Christmas onwards. So just a few weeks after I lost my dog, my other dog got ill. That was diagnosed as liver cancer. Yeah. So she had an operation, and I'm pleased to say the operation was a success. The operation was, what, 5 weeks ago? And she's doing great. So that's good. And around Easter, I got COVID, which also was fun. Actually, I didn't go down with it too badly, so that's good. However, it's still not much fun. That was probably the thing that actually stopped me from running. I had still been running despite all the other stuff that had been happening. I had still carried on running, but having COVID, I managed to avoid it all during the pandemic, and then I got COVID around Easter, and that is really when it started. In fact, my last run was just before I got COVID, 13 weeks ago. Now, unfortunately, my mum continued to deteriorate. Yeah, she passed away. I mean, nobody likes to lose your mum. That's not great. I'm an orphan. So as you can see, it has been a bit of a trial. But you know, life throws stuff in your general direction. Life sort of vomits in your face occasionally, and you just have to try and move on from it. And you'll know if you watch this channel a lot that I still, despite all of this stuff, I remain very much an optimistic and upbeat sort of person. Sometimes it's difficult, I have to be honest, but you know, you must keep going. So yeah, so anyway, on the running side, I want to kind of keep going, and this is a sort of like a reset. I feel this is a reset, and I feel like I am starting not completely from scratch. I haven't gone right back to couch to 5k. In fact, I did better today than I thought. I might have only run for a total of 20 minutes, 2 lots of 10, and it might have been slow, but actually I feel good. I feel like I really needed that for a start, and also you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? So let's hope that this is the start of me building back up, and who knows where it'll take me, and I hope you will join me on that journey. It probably won't be weekly running updates, but there will be running updates on how my little progress is going on my return, and I will keep you posted on what happens. So do leave your comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you've enjoyed all the rabbiting, and subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you for another update really soon.